Hello there, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a regular. You know the drill. All these incredible, lovely people on screen right now are my patrons, because without them, you wouldn't have a video to watch right now, and I wouldn't have a job, so I think they deserve a massive thank you for giving me so much support. The ones in gold have been here a whole year. Like, what? I don't feel worthy. Anyways, thanks for making it this far. Let's roll the video. Hello and welcome to this bottle episode where I slowly realize that I have a serious problem. Nonetheless, I have had a lot of requests to do a bottle episode on all my current fursuits and all my fursuits to come and all that jazz. So here you go. I'll talk about them in the order that I received them. So, of course, the very first one, at no surprise, was Pocari 1.0. I commissioned them from More For Less and he arrived on my doorstep on May 5th, 2014. Yes, this suit is over 4 years old now. If you ever want to go back in time and join me on that very first day that I unboxed my very first fursuit and put him on for the very first time, clicky over here. You can go have a look, because I, for some reason, decided it was a good idea to film it. Way back when I used to use Movie Maker to edit. For my research beforehand, most people recommended that you get a partial for your first fursuit, so that way, in case you don't like fursuiting, you haven't spent too much, and it's just a lot less tolling when you haven't done fursuiting for the first time. But I was so sure that I was gonna love fursuiting, I commissioned the lot. On top of the full digigrade fursuit, I also got an extra pair of feet paws that was smaller and a bit more easier to walk around in. An extra pair of hand paws with 5 fingers and holes I can escape my fingers through. Arm sleeves for partialing. And a big plush Pocari sweat can. He also used to be packed full of LEDs, but this was More For Less's first time doing LED work and they'd all broken by my first con. I was aware, I knew it was going to be temperamental being the first time, so you win some, you lose some. Anyway, I'm sure you know enough about that suit, so let's go on to my second suit. Adezu by Dexterous Zombie. Getting the suit itself was a little bit of a headache because I paid it off in June 2015 but didn't have the suit until September 2016. Then she finally arrived and she was incredible. I also did film that one too, so you can watch that one right there. There was a couple of small errors, like the arm sleeves were a little bit too short and the hand paws didn't match the arm sleeves because they'd airbrushed it so much, but I was just so glad to finally have her. She is a pleasure to wear and those sock paws are one of my most favorite things in the entire world. They're just so perfect and adorable, But since then, I've changed my main persona to a bunny. So I've had a lot of people ask me about what's gonna happen to the suit. For now, she is just a character rather than a persona because I still really love her design and she's still really dear to me. She is a part of my history. But I have definitely lost a lot of connection with her after realizing that I don't really suit the whole edgelord type. I made the mistake of designing the kind of character I like rather than the kind of character I am. I might sell her in the future, but it's just so hard to let her go, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Part of me wants to remove her ponytail. But anyway, we're into 2016 now, and More For Less has got a few more years of experience under their belt, including seamless 3D eyes. And noses that are proper kangaroo shaped. When I first saw those, I'm like, oh my god, I need that. I need me some of that. And I shot More For Less a very quick email being like, hey, if I send you the head back, can you give them some updates for me? And there's some money as well, you kind of need that. They were more than happy to take on the upgrade commission, so I shipped him off in September 2016 and got him back in March 2017. You can witness my initial unboxing of him here as well. So that's when he became Pocari 1.5. It doesn't become 2.0 until it's entirely remade from scratch. But yeah, I loved Pocari a lot before, but now he was more perfect than I could ever imagine. I didn't think the vision in this suit could get any better. It literally doubled. I was so scared that I was just gonna like the other one better and the new one wouldn't grow on me, but I am so glad I went through with the upgrade. And I'm so glad that you guys liked him too, because there was a couple of mixed feelings at the beginning. People were thinking his eyes were too big and he looked like he was out of an anime. But then he grew on you guys as well, so yay. My next suit was a little bit of an impulse buy. It was Rumba the Sun Konya by the Menagerie Costumes.
Float like a feather out to the sea, roam like a lion living wild and free.
He was originally made in 2014 and his name was Tequila, but in August 2017 his owner was selling him for a really good price and I snatched it up. I'd always loved that suit. Like, I remember the day TMC first uploaded the suit and I was like, no, it's a pre-made sale and I can't afford it. And then, yeah, obviously didn't get it and didn't think I would ever own it in a million years. But no, not this time. This time I was not gonna let him slip by me. He fits me perfectly and he is so much fun to wear. I know I'm using the word perfect a lot in this video, but I don't know how else to describe them. I love them so much. I've since added some eyebrows on him as well, just to give him a little bit more personality, and I love how that turned out as well. Rumba is only a head, arm sleeves and tail, so I would really love to commission some like birdie legs for him at some point, or maybe even a whole bodysuit. We'll see how we go. For now, he is my amazing party bird who loves to wear very loud shirts. And also, since he was only a partial, I got to design the rest of him, so this is what I came up for, the rest of his body. What do you think? I wasn't done there with secondhand suits though. One maker I've always admired is By4Cats because they can pump out a suit crazy fast when they want to. I'm talking like a suit in under a week. And I love their different method of making heads because, you know, those like foam martial art helmet thingies, that's what they use as their base. They build the head on top of that, so they are solid. So when a friend of mine was selling his By4Cats suit, Kaz, I could not resist. He brought him over to me in August 2017, on my birthday actually, funnily enough, and I was instantly in love. Everything fit perfectly except for the head and the feet, which were far too big, but they're pretty easy fixes. It's a lot better when it's too big rather than too small. I literally just stuffed foam in there until it fit. Now he is my sassy, troublesome tiger called Zach, because when I went to name him, I just used Kaz backwards as like a placeholder, and it just stuck. Come November 2017, and I finally get a suit that I had been waiting for since late 2015. Niho by
Okay, apparently my brain broke here, and I didn't even realize until editing it just now, but I said Dextrous Zombie instead of Designosaur. It's Designosaur. It was made by Designosaur.
Except, it wasn't all of her. Well, it was, it's just some assembly required. Basically, it was originally a commission for a full digigrade suit made by Designosaur and Big Jaw Costumes. Unfortunately, Big Jaw fell through, so after battling with the banks to get my money back, like a year had already passed, and they ended up having to use a lot of the money for moving costs and rent while I looked for a job in the new place. Designosaur was really understanding. They're a saint. Thank you, Designosaur. And they still wanted to continue with the commission. Eventually, I did get back on my feet and got back onto paying the commission off, but just after all the messing around that had happened and some new further unknowns, I lost faith, so I pulled the plug. We agreed that I'd pay for the head to be finished and for the bodysuit's worth of fur so that I could find someone local to finish it up for me. Then yeah, November 2017 finally rolls around. I have the head and a buttload of fur. The head is very strange to wear because it's so long and has the tiny closed squinty eyes. I find myself looking out of the mouth the majority of the time. But the fit is perfect and she is really light, especially for the size. She is my biggest head. For now, the rest of her is on hold while I save up money for the MFF trip and some other boring adult finances. She will be done eventually. The next suit I got is an extremely special one because it's not one I was expecting to happen at all. Some of you may know about my character Zoot, who is a pancan inspired by my late black cap Konya of the same name. He was my shoulder bird, he came with me everywhere, and is so cuddly you could like hold him like an ice cream cone. He was the best. So I thought a kind of a nice way to honor him would be to kind of reincarnate him as a character. And I picked a pancan because pancan's pretty cool. The ever so lovely Groovy Goat Costumes had heard about that story and they decided to make me Zoot's head as a gift. I could not believe someone would actually go ahead and do that for me and do a really good job to boot. And just a month before that, one of my patrons, Dantis Vonk, had very generously made me his tail, and it's nearly 6 feet long. With so much generosity and kindness that has gone into Zoot, he'll forever be very dear to me. And now for my most recent suit, but Also my oldest suit, and one a lot of you probably don't know about yet. My birthday rolled around in August this year, and my ridiculously incredible fiance, yes, fiance, she also popped the question on my birthday, Akiba, surprised me with a suit that I've known and loved for literally as long as I've been a furry. So, meet Lucio. The suit was made all the way back in 2011 by the always amazing Sparky Can Do and originally named Vomero. Vomero the person has always been a really good friend of ours for ages, and I know he had his suit up for sale a few months ago, but I could not afford it at the time and I was really bummed out about it. But then when I could afford it, it was already sold. Little did I know that it was sold to Kiba. She's a sneaky one. I put him on for the first time and holy moly, that bodysuit is literally made for me. It fits me better than any of my other bodysuits. The head and feet were a little bit big, but same as Zach, just stuffed with foam. It's fixed. It is so much fun to just run around being a dog kid. Like, I finally have a canine suit. I ended up naming him Lucio because I am a huge Overwatch fan. Shout out to all the Overwatch fans. And he suits all the Lucio merch so well. To help separate him from the previous owner a bit, because I've already been confused for Vomero multiple times, I have created a redesign. I decided to make him a bit more German Shepherd-like, and you'll find out why later. And I added Lucio's little froggy crest to the back of him. Now the head has actually already been refurbished because there was a charity stream that Sparky Can Do was in, and for that stream, she very kindly came along, picked up his head, and fixed it and refurbished it during the stream. I only wanted her to add the new markings, but she went above and beyond with new eyes, new hair, new nose, and even gave him a little fresh shave job. I could not believe it when he was finished. He was so perfect. He's so perfect. I love him so much. He's so cute. And, I barely took him off for Neon Fur. He's so fun. And so pumped that I am finally a Sparky Can Do suitor. That's been like one of my dreams since I first started the fandom, so yes. So that's all of the suits in my possession as of this video's upload date. I can promise you it doesn't stop here though. Let me tell you about 3 more suits that are on the way. The first one is Scamp, my Budgie Griffin character. Sector Suits approached me, I think it was like 2 years ago now, maybe it was 1.5, I can't remember, and told me that they loved my Budgie Dragon character so much and they'd want to make them for me. Like, I don't think I'd even blinked before I was like, yes, please, that's fine, take as much time as you need. But there is a base! They showed it to me just the other week and I am so excited.
Interjection number 2. Since filming this, Scamp's head is actually finished. I didn't realize Sector Suits had been planning to have her whole head done and delivered to me at MFF. She's got moving eyebrows and eyelids. Like, Sector Suits has done an absolutely astounding job bringing her to life. Super excited to pick her up.
So yeah, that's super exciting. And then there's 2 more suits that are going to be shared by myself and Kiba. I mean, we share all the suits anyway, but these ones are actually being made to fit both of us. Remember Groovy Goat Costumes, the one that made Zoot's head? Well, turns out she's a mad woman and willing to take on the challenge of a full digigrade suit of my sparkly dog, Spraggle. He's already been started, like, it doesn't look like much, but believe it or not, that's actually all his markings. And due for completion in February, but I'm not gonna rush that. She can take as long as she wants. But it is just still so exciting because Groovy Goat has been improving at an absolutely ridiculous rate, and I'm really hoping that Spraggle will help her go viral and get her that attention she really deserves. After Spraggle, Groovy Goat will be making us another full digisuit, but this one has more of Kiba's taste in mind. It's an Artistic Liberty German Shepherd. Kiba's persona is a German Shepherd itself, but she enjoys suits a lot more when they're Artistic Liberty. Plus, we'll be able to have lots of fun taking this suit to non-furry conventions because we can do a Fallout cosplay. We'll just dress up the German Shepherd to look like dog meat, and then I'll wear one of your typical Vonk outfits. So we're gonna have like this really big, bright, overly colored sparkle dog, and then a really cute, realistically colored dog. And that about does it for everything that is set in stone. Like, I have lots of other suits I would love to get, but that would be about an hour-long video. So I will close it off there. Let me know in the comments what your fursuits are or ones you have being made. If you don't have one or any on the way, let me know what your dream suit would be. Or maybe you just don't want one, and that is perfectly cool too. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye! Oh yeah, I bet you're wondering if I ever plan to get a new Pocari made. Well, I love him so much as he is, but he is getting pretty old, so I guess we'll see. Maybe a bit is in the works already.